On November 24th, 1971, a man in a suit boarded a plane under a name that didn't exist. Halfway through the flight, he handed the flight attendant a note. He had a bomb. He demanded $200,000 and 4 parachutes, and got both. Over Washington State, in the freezing dark, he lowered the rear stairs and jumped. He was never seen again. No body, no parachute, no trace, except for a handful of decaying $20 bills found years later, half buried on a riverbank. The FBI investigated for 45 years. They never learned his real name. To this day, D.B. Cooper is the only unsolved hijacking in American aviation history. They've tried to grab him at least a dozen times. A fake diplomatic convoy, a poisoned handshake stopped at the door, a tunnel dug under his own compound, found 3 days before it reached him. Every single attempt failed. Not because he got lucky, because nothing about his routine is real. His doubles move through 5 cities at once. Even his own security detail doesn't know which car he's actually in. Intelligence agencies have spent decades trying to map his movements. They've never once succeeded. He's not hard to find. He's impossible to predict. And that's exactly how he stayed alive. But here's what almost worked. In 2003, an inside man got within 30 feet of him, closer than anyone ever has. Carrying credentials nobody had questioned in 6 years. He didn't fail because of a guard. He failed because of a decoy motorcade that wasn't even real. A drill running that morning by pure coincidence. That's the part that keeps analysts up at night, not the security, the luck. Because if the drill hadn't been running that day, there's no telling what would have happened. Since then, they've stopped trusting coincidence. Every motorcade is real now. Every decoy runs daily. And the man behind it all has never once explained how he knew to change the rules right before that day. November 1970, a hiker finds a body burned beyond recognition in a valley outside Bergen. Every label in her clothes had been cut out. Every serial number filed off. Police found 2 suitcases at the train station, packed with disguises, forged passports, 6 different identities, none of them real. Her fingerprints matched nothing. Her dental work matched no known country. She'd been spotted in 8 hotels under 8 different names, always paying cash, always alone. Investigators eventually agreed on one theory. She was a spy. 50 years later, they still don't know for who. They gave her a grave anyway. The headstone just says the Isdal woman. Somewhere inside that government, there's a name. One name on one document that decides who runs the country the moment the leadership changes. Nobody outside a handful of officials has ever seen it. Not the cabinet, not military command. Not even. Some say the person it names. 3 times in the last decade, foreign intelligence thought they'd identified the successor. 3 times! That candidate was quietly removed from power within a year. Analysts now believe the name gets changed on purpose, just to see who reacts. Every rival exposes themselves the moment they start acting like they're already in charge. The system isn't built to choose a successor, it's built to catch one.